sex is a sacred energy exchange, right? Always. And let's just be clear, because I've had this conversation within my friend circle, and people are like, "But what about like one night stands, or what about like casual sex?" And here's the thing about that, right? There's really no such thing as casual. Like in your mind, you may be detached, or you may feel like, okay, this isn't someone that's gonna like ever be my person. I'm not connected to them in that way. But there's still an energy being exchanged. Like you never are not exchanging energy with, like someone is in your sacred portal. So whether, you know what I mean? So there's a tie that's forming all of that. So even if you are not looking for like a monogamous situation, that's totally fine. You still want to be real choosy and selective about the type of energy that you're inviting into your womb. That's very, very important, you know?
Yes.
Do as I say and not as I do. I don't claim to be a perfect angel. I don't claim to be a saint. What I'm going to tell you today is stop sleeping with people that don't take spiritual baths. See, a lot of you people are so on a dead level that when you sleep with someone, you don't even realize after the fact why you have a headache, why you feel sick afterwards, why you feel frustrated and you feel depressed at times. See, the reality is when you sleep with someone, if they're not spiritually cleansing, they're not cleansing that garbage off them. When they come lay in your bed, they're putting all that garbage from them onto you. So listen, don't use me as an example, because I have defied every rule of the spiritual book. I'm just trying to keep you people safe so you don't have to make the mistakes I made in my life. You know what I'm saying?
Like your pussy is so fucking valuable that you can't just allow someone to just kind of like dump their shit in it. It's like men that are low vibrational are dumping their traumas in your womb, their drama in your womb, other chicks in your womb. You know what I'm saying? And you don't need that. You know what I'm saying? So it's really important that you develop a level of discernment when it comes to that kind of stuff, which comes through experience, to your earlier point, because you don't know what you don't know. And especially for the younger girls that are on this live, like, I get it, because when I was, you know, first coming outside and thinking I knew everything, I ain't know shit. Ain't it crazy when you think about it, though? I really thought.
Hey. Y'all will go on a break from dating. I'm not talking to a man for 2 years. I'm not talking to a man for 3 years on the celibacy journey, and you will sit on your poom poom, but you're not doing any type of active work on yourself. You're not growing. You're not doing your inner work. You're not doing what you need to do for yourself. And so then you fling yourself back into the dating pool, and you go right back to the same pissy pool that you always went to pick up men. And then you cry, complain, chatting about, oh, all the men are the same. Nothing has changed. No, sister, and it's you who hasn't changed. You who hasn't changed. Because when you change yourself, you do not fling yourself back in the same spaces that hurt you in the first place. You don't fling yourself back in the same spaces that you know aren't good for you in the first place. It is you who hasn't changed. Because when you truly grow and elevate, you go pick elsewhere. You have to fix up yourself. Everything starts and ends with us. You change you, and the men around you will change by default.
Ladies, it's very important to remember that your womb is the most sacred part of your body, and if your womb is out of balance, so will everything else in your life. Please pay attention to the foods that are the biggest causes of womb disease and disharmony, but pay even closer attention to acid sperm, because a lot of women do not realize that if you are having sex with a man who has acidic sperm, if you are having sex with a man who is unhealthy mentally, physically, or emotionally, you are allowing him to transfer that energy into you. And this is why a lot of women become emotionally unstable after sex and have things like recurring BV or yeast infections, because you are sleeping with men who have acidic sperm and men who are also emotionally and energetically unhealthy. It's very important to incorporate more fresh fruits into your diet, as well as fruit juices.
Brandon goes back into Ashley, and this is what Ashley looks like all over again. And this happens for months because Brandon never told Ashley about Erica. Poor Ashley keeps going to the doctor. And this is what her cultures always look like. The doctor simply tell her that she has chronic BV, so now Ashley thinks she has a huge issue down there, when the real issue is Brandon.
Yeah. Tell him.
She don't wanna answer dick.
She don't want no
How can I you really? She don't wanna answer dick. How can I you really?
Woo. Woo.
She don't wanna answer dick.
Tell him.
How can I you really?
What?
She don't wanna answer dick.
Yeah.
She don't wanna answer dick.
She don't want no answer dick.
Hey!
She don't want no.
Steam blend for myself. And as I told you, I already have the raspberry leaf, the mugwort, I put calendula, rose petals, lavender, and I'm about to add in some sage as well. And the sage is for the energetic cleanse because as you already know, we store a lot of energy in our wombs as women. And that could be soul ties, traumas, ancestral stuff that's not even yours that we hold on to sometimes. They say the womb is like the emotional junk drawer in the sense that we suppress a lot of things in it, right? So it's so important in order for you not to develop any sort of energetic blockage that you're very intentional with releasing, right? And how do we release? We release through doing things like yoni steaming, through using yoni eggs that have specific crystals, whether it's the rose quartz or black obsidian or other things to kind of like energetically pull that from your womb.